The Home Office is facing a new Windrush-style scandal after a landmark High Court ruling found that the Home Secretary acted unlawfully by failing to provide documents to thousands of migrants, proving they are here legally. So apparently the High Court now has put it to the Home Office and to the Home Secretary that they acted unlawfully. The court is now bringing their shortcomings before them by not providing documents to thousands of migrants proving they are here legally. So already that is one case aside. The charity Ramphel brought the legal challenge along with Cecilia Adeji, a healthcare worker and mother of two boys, aged 17 and 11, who came to Britain from Ghana in 2000. So you can imagine, this charity organization Ramphel brought the legal challenge along with Cecilia Adeji, a Ghanaian woman who migrated to the UK in year 2000. If you calculate it, she has been in UK for 14 years now with her two boys, aged 17 and 11. The charity said hundreds of thousands of migrants were potentially affected by Home Office failure to provide confirmation documents showing that people who apply to extend their visas are here legally, while applications are being processed. This is known as 3C leave, an automatic form of migration status while they wait for the Home Office to process their application. So you see, at the end of the day, somehow the Home Office itself is equally guilty in this migration issue that is happening in the UK. And an average citizen in the UK, some of them don't even know that Home Office equally have shortcomings. That is why the migration issue in the UK is the way it is. Some have their jobs put at risk, while others face difficulties accessing higher education, healthcare, and the right to rent a home because they cannot prove they are here legally. You see, because of Home Office and the Home Secretary's shortcomings, some of these migrants who are legally in the UK, their jobs are being put at risk. They face difficulties accessing higher education, healthcare, which is very essential for their health and their well-being. Some of them even don't have the right to rent a home because they can't prove they are in the UK legally. The case echoes the problems faced by the Windrush generation, who were unable to prove they were here legally and so struggle to work, rent, and access benefits. So this is exactly the same situation some migrants in the Windrush era faced, that many of the Windrush generations who were unable to prove they were in the UK legally. So they struggle to be able to work, rent, or access any form of benefits. The judge in the case, Mr. Justice Kavanagh, ruled on Friday the evidence clearly established that a substantial number of those on Section C leave. Section 3C leave means people that came to the UK and applied to extend their visas. Leave suffer real hardship through being unable to prove immediate documentary proof of their immigration status and attendant rights. He found that the failure to prove digital proof of status to those on 3C leave was unlawful. The underlying purposes of the legislative framework is that there should be a hostile and unwelcoming environment for those who are unlawfully present and so who are undocumented. The corollary of this is that those who are unlawful here should not face the hostile environment. That can only happen if they are documented, he said. The judge urged the Home Secretary to take a straightforward step to avoid hardship for a substantial number of people. So you see, the judge is now telling the Home Secretary and the Home Office to take both steps in avoiding that people should no longer, a large number of people should be able to avoid this form of hardship, that they can't be able to access healthcare, higher education, or be able to rent a house, and some of them, their jobs should no longer be at risk. Adeji welcomed the ruling. The Ghanaian woman with two children that has been in the UK since 14 years. What I went through while waiting for my visa to be extended by the Home Office was really stressful, she said. I was unable to prove that I have the right to work, so was suspended from my employment as a healthcare support worker twice without any notice. You see what a single mother with two children have to go through because of the shortcomings of the Home Office and the Home Secretary. I have two children and I have to budget very carefully, so we suffer a hardship when my wages suddenly stopped. I had to borrow money and visit a food bank just to get by. It was humiliating and scary as I did not have any way to prove to my employee that I still had the right immigration status and the right to work. So this is the case of many people that came with this 3C leave status in the UK. Many of them are going through this. The head of the company at Ramfair said, time and again, the government's hostile environment traps and targets people with every right to be in the UK. They assured us they had learned from the Windrush scandal, but these words were clearly hollow. People on 3C leave have had their lives disrupted for years because they have been unable to prove their immigration status. So I think that this is a wonderful topic as the debates will start very soon concerning the elections that will be taking place in the UK next month. Their citizens should be able to raise questions like this to their politicians and let their politicians bring clarity on status of people that are on this 3C level. Yes.